Fellas, never get left on red ever again and get my free ebook that's only free for limited of time and learn some groundbreaking texting advice. So today, man, I ain't holding no punches, man. I'm about to be a straight sharpshooter. We about to go crazy on this joint, man. I might hurt a couple feelings, but I really don't give a fuck, man. But let's get right into it, man. So we about to talk about the types of women who are highly likely to sleep with you on the first date, you know. So at the number one spot, and actually this is in no order of importance. So the first girl, or the first sign that a woman will sleep with you on the first date is she's out of touch with her culture. That's attached to her race. For an example, we all know the white girl who tries to, adopt hip hop culture, or the black girl who tries to adopt, white people's culture. And it's not really more so of, them being a part of another culture, but it's these types of ones who doesn't want anything to do with their culture, can't connect with the people of their own race, of their own culture. These are the women that are more susceptible to, sleep with, to get pounded on the first night. So like if a black girl, is trying to associate with herself and doesn't connect with black people, she's trying to associate herself with white men, she's going to be more liable to sleep with a white guy if she's a black girl and she associates with white culture. She's going to sleep with any type of white guy because she wants to be so much a part of that culture. She wants to be accepted so much by that other culture that, she would do damn near anything for it. And she's such an outcast to her own culture, she can't go back, that she has to submit to their culture. And the same thing goes for white girls who are, out of touch with their own culture, or even Asian. I've seen a lot of Asian women too. A lot of Asian women just trying to adopt the American culture. We're not gonna get too deep into that. It's not about them adopting another culture. It's about them not accepting their culture at all. Those are the ones that can't connect with their culture at all. You ever heard them black girls say, yeah, I don't date black guys, or them white girls are like, oh, I don't date white men. Those types of ones, they're the easiest ones to sleep with. The easiest. Now the second one is adopted women. And I know this is very, very controversial. And adopted women naturally have an abandonment, have natural abandonment. Fellas, if you want to take your game to the next level without having to do years and years of research and trial and error, then click the link in my bio. Abandonment issues, just from the fact that they weren't raised and got catered to and loved by the parents that created them. These girls are usually naturally clingy as fuck, and they are going to be attracted to anything that has a sense of belonging. Any man that gives them a sense of love. These girls are going to be very gullible, and it doesn't really matter how much, and sometimes it really doesn't matter how much the adopted parents tried to show them love, especially if the adopted parents had other kids of their own. The child will never feel connected or bonded to the parents, because they will always know that these are not their true parents. So they grow up naturally being looking for a sense of belonging, and they cling on to any man that can give them some sense of love. They are easily gameable, and they're more than likely going to sleep with any man that they think is going to give them a sense of love on the first night. You know what I'm saying? Just because they feel like they weren't worthy, because of their parents not wanting to keep them. They feel they're not worthy, so it's easy. Their love language is, fighting for love. The third one is she went to school abroad. Usually a girl who goes to school abroad is going to school abroad because she wants to be able to go do horse shit. Not in her hometown or near her neighborhood. I can get back to her parents. And she's going abroad because she probably felt smothered. She also felt confined and restricted. So she chooses to go further away from, her hometown and from her family, because she felt like her fucking family was smothering and annoying. So she wants to be able to go out and do whatever the fuck she wants to do. And usually good girls and girls that have great, relationships with their parents and didn't feel restricted, they usually stay home, or they stay home in their hometown, because since they have such a good, relationship with their family and stuff like that, they wouldn't feel the need to actually go far away, and it's kind of a little bit, it's actually masculine for a woman to just leave the nest by themselves. It's actually a masculine behavior, and usually masculine behaviors in women trickles down to promiscuity, because for a woman to just, it actually makes a woman vulnerable to just be far away from people that can actually protect her if anything happens. Because if anything happens, she's literally vulnerable. Like, there's nothing that she can fucking do. If anybody want to take advantage of her, if anybody want to do this to her or that to her, she's fucking vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these things you're gonna just see with a woman, just it's gonna be based around insecurity, a woman not accepting herself, and masculinity. Just more than likely out of touch with themselves. Because when a woman is out of touch with herself, when she's insecure, it's easy for her to be taken advantage of. It's easy for her to be gamed. It's easy for her to be in vulnerable positions. It's very easy. The fourth one is crooked teeth. Now, for all my players who, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how, I hope you guys are very versed in being with a lot of women. If you guys are not really around a lot of women, this shit won't really resonate with you. Like if you haven't smashed a lot of, but all my players who have, they'll tell you this, tell you some of these shits. Especially if you actually get profound and deep and really dig into women, they'll tell you that a lot of these women that they slept with a lot of them were insecure. Most women are natural. I think theoretically speaking, I think women are just naturally insecure, theoretically. But crooked teeth. See, a great smile is a great first impression. And when you got a great smile, they can open up so many doors for you. A great smile symbolizes trust in people. This is why it's even a status symbol. Like, celebrities go get their fucking teeth fixed because it's a status symbol. It shows high status. Like, I got fucking braces. You see, I've always hated having a fucked up smile. People even, the thing is, I thought I had a fucked up smile. Other people's like, yo, I ain't seen nothing wrong with your smile. I seen it, but I digress. A great smile is a great first impression. So when a woman doesn't think that she has a great smile and she can't, garner a great first impression, she's gonna have to compensate for that, or she's gonna feel insecure about that. And is gonna feel that she needs to compensate for that, especially when she's meeting a guy. Especially if she meets a guy that she likes. So if the guy just play any type of game on her, she's gonna just naturally think it's because of her fucking teeth, and she's gonna give in. You know what I'm saying? And also, if the guy, let's say he run game on her, and he raises her confidence, he provides her confidence and just gives her confidence, she's vulnerable now. She's gonna end up sleeping with him just off that back, because he raised their ass up. And that's what she's gonna, and usually women that are insecure need other people to help raise their self-esteem. And once a woman is like that, she's in a vulnerable position. And she's already vulnerable. Those girls who don't like to smile all the time, they go like, and most of their pictures, you don't see them cheese at all. Those girls are easy to smash. I'm telling you, it don't matter what's wrong. Like, even if it's just a little thing wrong, if they don't like their teeth, they easy to fucking smash. Because insecurity breeds promiscuity most of the time, because they're being promiscuous and having sex because they think that these guys that they're doing it with most of the time are raising their self-esteem, and that's what they're getting it from. And they know they have to give these guys the vagina in order to keep them giving them that good feelings, dopamine. The next one is, you never seen her real hair, or she always, dyes her fucking hair. Like I said, the root of the insecurity is most of the time these women just not accepting themselves, just not accepting who she is. And most of the time these women, when they're insecure about themselves, they can't accept themselves for who they is. They don't like themselves. They have to look for